Hey everybody, welcome on into the Delmarva Sports Insider, your only live and local show dedicated to giving you all local sports. I'm Sports Director Brandon Bossert.
And I'm Sports Anchor Devin J. Martin. Thanks for joining us. DSI starts right now.
Yeah, what a week for highlights we saw. Walk-off base hit between two Titans, a perfect game in softball, maybe the best individual performance that we've seen all season.
Yeah, that's the good, but we also saw some ugly tonight, Brandon, especially between Parkside and Queen Anne's.
Yeah, let's begin with Queen Anne's and Parkside boys lacrosse.
Yeah, this game ended prematurely, and we'll get to the reason why later on. But, you know, Parkside, they were on the road to upset the Lions in Centerville. Queen Anne's controlled the tempo right out the gate, though. You see Carson Crawford passes it to Jackson Shiley, and he fires one in. Absolute laser beam from Shiley. Lions stay on the attack as Jacob Hansen gets the pass, and he puts it in the top corner of the goal. Queen Anne's is out in front, 7-0.
Yeah, the Lions are legit, but things would start to get heated between both teams. Evan Hatfield on the attack, taking some shots, but he fires a shot on the move and laces it in. Then players tied up, tempers begin to flare, and a fight breaks out between a few of the players. You see it right here on your screen. This game would not finish. It would end with 4:32 left in the third quarter. You see the Parkside player on top of the Queen Anne's player on the crease. Some of his teammates coming to defend him there. You just hate to see a game end this way. There needs to be more restraint shown by both teams. But I understand from Cole Howard that there was some instigating going on before this fight broke out.
Yeah, it turned into a WWE instead of lacrosse, and you don't like that to happen right there.
No,
now,
not at all.
Yeah, now over to the girls' side. Queen Anne's on the road to face Parkside. Rams down early, but Maddie P, I don't know, I don't want to mispronounce her last name. Yeah, Maddie P, she gets this one past the keeper for the score. I don't want to do her name any worse than that.
Yeah, there are about 5 syllables in there.
Parkside is going to keep it going, though. Reagan Becker finds Sydney Block for the goal. Parkside is out in front, but don't count out this Lions team. RJ Enzer connects with Bally Pinder for the goal. That ties the game up at 4 apiece. The Rams and the Lions were just trading blows after the first half.
Yeah, Haley Urban on the move. She blows the Lions defense by, and she gets the goal on the run. But in the end, Parkside would fall just short as the Lions take this matchup close. 13-10, the final score. Hey, now let's turn things over to Cole Howard, who's standing by the monitor with some more highlights from earlier this week. Go ahead and take it away, Cole.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. We had a lot of great games this week, but right now we're going to start with probably one of the best games in Delaware for
Absolutely.
baseball.
It was a fantastic game.
It was an incredible game. It was the 6-1 Cape Henlopen and Vikings, and they welcomed in the Sussex Central Golden Knights. And this game came down to the very last inning. Now, we're going to start this game with a 2-2 ball game in the bottom of the third. Now, runners, they would be on third. Noah Burrows, he's going to be in the box. You're going to see it here in a couple seconds. And he's going to connect this one, and he's going to drive it into left field. And it's going to give the Central Golden Knights the lead. And they would stay out in front until this hit right here. As you're going to see Owen Damager, he's going to be in the box, and he drills this one high and deep into left center field. And this ball's going to get down. A run, it's going to come home, and Central lead is now only 4-3 as Damager gets the RBI triple, and he's fired up from it, and I was fired up watching it. But the Vikings would not be done yet. Timmy Hitchcock, he's at the dish, and he is going to put this one deep into left. And I'm sorry, Central, you're just going to have to watch that baby sail out of here because it ain't coming back. As he's going to get a 2-run bomb to give Cape the 5-4 lead in the fifth. Clutch home run from Hitchcock. Now, these two teams are so talented. It just went back and forth. As Uzziah Kelly, he's going to rip this one past Lexton Westcott. Runner, he's going to get the signal to come home. Cape tries to get the throw in, but it is not in time. Tying run is safe, 5-5 ball game. And we're going to move to the bottom of the seventh. 1 out, 2 runners on. Gage Joseph in the box, and he gets all of this one, and it's going to go all the way to the left field wall. I thought it was gone, but it's an RBI double, and he gets the walk-off win. Absolute classic as the Vikings win it in dramatic fashion, 6-5. Now, moving over to some softball action. Bottom of the first, Royals putting the pressure on. There's 2 runners on, and Rachel Fetterman, she lays it down. Runners out at first, but the run comes home, and the throw is not in time as the Royals, they take the lead as they strike first. Now, Appo looking to respond, but they had no chance against senior hurdler Kaylin Yoder. Here's just a couple of her 20 strikeouts on the day. Yeah, that's right, 20. There were a total of 21 outs in total, by the way. Yoder can hit 2. She was only pitched to 1 time. She's going to deposit this baby all the way to the bank, and it's going to be a home run. Yoder with the solo shot. Royal fans were loving it, and so was her team. We mentioned before that she had 20 strikeouts. Well, here's the final out of this game, and you're going to see it right here. She delivers it right down Broadway, swung on and missed. And that is not just a shutout, but a no-hitter as Delmarva Christian takes it over Appo to stay undefeated 2-0. Now, we spoke with Yoder after the game, and this is what she had to say about her performance.
It feels good. I just feel like now we have a bigger target on our back since I guess we're ranked 1 in the state right now. And I know a lot of teams, like we're the team that everyone wants to beat. So, well, I just wanted to make it count because I knew that as soon as I stepped in the box, I knew that she was going to pitch to me because I was the leadoff batter of the inning. So I just went in there thinking if she misses, I'm not going to miss. So.
Some great performances this week, but let's go ahead and bring Brandon and Devin back into the picture now. Guys, there is a lot of stuff to break down, but which one stood out to you guys? The Gage Joseph walk-off or the Kaylin Yoder performance?
I'm going with Kaylin Yoder. She talked about her performance. I'm going to talk about her performance. It was maybe the best I've seen all season. She is the Shohei Ohtani of Delaware softball.
She can
pitch a perfect game. 20 strikeouts out of 21 outs.
Yeah.
That's almost unheard of. Ball didn't leave the infield, and then she comes up, 1 at bat. She was pitched around for the entire game except for 1 pitch. And what does she do? Deposits it over the fence. That was just an incredible performance.
And I think she had a great game, too, earlier when she had a pitching matchup with Madge Layfield in Sussex Central earlier in the season as well. But, I mean, the no-hitter, obviously, something fantastic, super impressive. She's been great all season. But how often have we seen no-hitters this season? Definitely a few times. But a walk-off hitter on Delmarva, I can't remember the last time I saw that. I think just because of the rarity, I got to go with the walk-off. That was a game changer, so clutch, and obviously that's the winner right there for me.
Yeah, that's what I got to go with is the walk-off. You know, I said it last week, and Central almost made me eat my words. Last week I said no one was beating Cape. No one was going to be able to do it. And then Central came in and almost did it. But I'm sticking with it solely because there was clutch hitting at the end, the 2-run bomb from Hitchcock, and then the walk-off from Gage Joseph. I don't see anyone beating him. I just don't.
Yeah, Cape has been fantastic once again this year, looking to go back-to-back in Delaware baseball. Hey, Cole, thank you very much for coming on with us tonight. All right, now let's move on to some more great action tonight. At the college level, we're talking about the Salisbury University Seagulls. Let's begin with the men's lacrosse team looking to go 13-1. A beautiful sunset tonight as the Gulls hosting Cabrini at Seagull Stadium. This was not a tough match for the Salisbury Seagulls right here.
And it's a lot of teams that they face this year.
Yeah, 12-1 on the season, like I said.
That's a beautiful sunset.
Beautiful sunset out there.
Picture perfect.
That shot was just absolutely wicked right there. The Gulls were off and running. This ain't a proper Salisbury highlight without Mr. Seagull himself, Cross Ferrara, with the left hand, finding the nylon, no look. Cross finishing with 2 scores. Quiet night for him. How about Jack Dowd? Winds and fires, missile past the keeper. 2 goals and an assist for him. Salisbury takes an 11-1 lead at half, and they dominate throughout this one, taking it 14-7. As the Gulls are now 13-1. They play Keene at home coming up on Sunday.
No disrespect to the Gulls, Brandon, but I think the most interesting part of that story was definitely that sunset. That was beautiful. I mean, they destroyed Cabrini. I mean, what else do you expect? Now, to the softball team, they're hitting the final stretch of the season, hosting Marymount for a doubleheader. Now, the first game was over after 5 innings, a 10-1 blowout. Second game, much of the same. It was a scoreless game for the first 3 innings until the Gulls went wild. They capitalized off a Marymount error. That makes the score 3-0. And then Emily Stockman adds to the lead. She hits a ball down the first baseline, and the fielder just can't make the play right there. She comes up just short. That brings in another goal. That makes the score 4-0. And Sam Flowers, she caps off the 5th inning with an RBI single right there. The Gulls score 5 runs in the 5th inning. The game was basically over after that inning. Carrie Jacoby, though, puts the final nail in the coffin with this hit. Marymount can't secure the ball fast enough. The Saints just didn't know what to do with the Gulls. The Gulls score 2 more, and Salisbury shuts out Marymount 8-0 in the second game of the back-to-back, outscoring the Saints 18-1 over the 2 games. Now, after the game, Coach Lord says that she likes what she's seen from her team so far as she gets closer and closer to playoff time.
We hit the ball really well. I think that that's something that we've, done pretty well all season offensively. We played good
So Salisbury has 3 teams that are currently in playoff position right now, near the top of the rankings. So who has the best chance out of those 3, and perhaps 4 with Salisbury women's lacrosse as well, of taking home a title?
I think it's a really tough choice. I think they all have great shots. I mean, the baseball team was really great last year. The lacrosse team was also really great last year. Both teams playing at the top of their game this season. I got to go with the ladies of the softball team, though. I mean, they're playing just as good as they did last year. I mean, they won 42 games last year, I think going 42-8.
Right now, they're a record winning streak at home as well.
Absolutely. Well, they're on a crazy winning streak right now. They're on 12 in a row right now, 34-2, and I think they've learned from last year's loss in the NCAA championships, softball championships. Squad only has 2 losses on the year, 12-game winning streak, which means they're getting hot at the right time as playoffs are right around the corner. And I think this squad suffered enough, in the championships last year, learned a lot of lessons from that season and that end to the season. And I think they're going to put it all together to make another run at the crown. But this time, I think they can come away with a championship.
Well, I've got the baseball team. This team has been to the championship 2 straight years, won the championship a couple of years ago. They have a few players on this team that are from that championship squad a couple of years ago, like Jackson Balzan, Cavi Castor. You've got Cameron Hyder, who just became the all-time hits king for Salisbury baseball. So I'm going to go with the baseball team, but men's lacrosse just beat the #1 team in the nation as well. So we've got a lot of championship contenders. That'll do it for the A block. We're taking our first time out. When we come back, we are going to have more sports, news, and weather on DSI.